I made a promise to myself. One day, whether that's 1 or 10 years from now, one day I'll stand on that stage and I'll be the best Pokemon player in the world. That was my childhood dream, and I've got a long way to go, so come along with me as we travel the road to Worlds. Hello there everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Waffles the Asian Yen Bear, and this is Road to Worlds, the series where I build or borrow a team, take it on the VGC ladder, get some battles in, and try to learn some things, maybe also some stuff along the way. A few weeks ago now, I put out a poll on the channel with a couple different team ideas. You guys wanted to see plus boosted Ampharos, you can check that out. It was all last week was plus boosted Ampharos team. That was pretty darn fun. But second place was a Beat Up Annihilape. So that's what we're doing today. We got Beat Up Annihilape over here. Angie Boy, our Annihilape, who has Rage Fist, Beat Up, Drain Punch, and Protect, Defiant, and Spooky Plate. So if you guys didn't know, Rage Fist gets 50 more power every time the user has been hit with a max of 6 times. So we really want to go for that Rage Fist Spooky Plate. That's kind of the idea. We want to be doing good damage with that Rage Fist. And we're gonna kind of boost ourselves a little bit. There's a little bit of spoilers, but we got the Beat Up over here, so we can also boost our boy Angie Boy really quickly up to plus what, 200 base power. It's pretty darn cool. Now our spread is actually a little bit weird, so let's kind of go over it. First, 252 in Adamant because we want to be faster than Furry Bait our Lucario. We're gonna come back to that. Just remember, Annihilape Angie Boy, he's faster than Lucario by 1 point. Rage Fist plus Spooky Plate and Terra Fairy, so I can make sure I am not taking very much damage from any beat ups from gosh darn Ellie the Farah Giraffe. And we have enough attack investment so that we can OHKO Chi-Yu with Drain Punch, and we're gonna be able to OHKO Trick Room Cresselia after we've been beat up. So that's the idea there. Then what, 60 special defense, 148 defense is just so I can have closest to even defenses as I can, 119 and 118. That's pretty much the only reason. Drain Punch is there so that the HP I gain back, or sorry, no HP investment, so that the HP I gain back from Drain Punch goes longer. That's the idea. Defiant is cool because if my attack gets lowered by, or any stat actually gets lowered, my attack goes real high. It's cool. Anyway, the point of Angie Boy here is to be faster than Lucario, who's got the Justified boost there, so we can get him all the way up to +4. We have 252 attack and Adamant again. Bullet Punch, so we have priority. We're not doing extreme speed. I was trying to think of possible ideas, but I like Bullet Punch a little bit better here. Brick Break, I was running some other things like Drain Punch, but screens is actually a huge problem for this team. So Brick Break, cool. We're just gonna break through any screens. And Rock Slide because it hits both Pokemon. And Detect because it's the same thing as Protect, but like the cooler cousin of that. Clear Amulet, so once we get Justified boosted, we can't be Intimidate stalled, Strength sapped, any shit like that. And if Furry Bait is not the Pokemon we want to bring, just on the off chance it isn't, we got Wolfers. Wolfers also has Justified, but we're more defensive here. We got Snarl, we got Will-O-Wisp, Extreme Speed, Protect. The idea behind Wolfers is to be bulky, to burn things, to snarl things, and once everything is set up, Angie Boy can also beat up Wolfers so that I can start doing extreme speed, Terra, normal shenanigans. Now we're also leftovers just so we can start recovering as well. So that's the main gimmick of this team. But in order to support this gimmick, we got to do a couple other things. We got Basketball here. Basketball the Amoonguss is there specifically because Urshifu will fuck us up. Urshifu with Surging Strikes, with like any fighting moves, and Angie Boy here doesn't also like to deal with Urshifu. So Basketball can Rage Powder, Spore, Pollen Puff, Foul Play. Pollen Puff keeps everyone else alive. And we got the Rocky Helmet, Terror type Grass, again just to deal with Urshifu. Urshifu's real scary. We got Tony Chopper here with Focus Sash, Sword of Ruin, so that all our physical attackers can do even more damage. We've got Taunts specifically to stop Trick Room. Trick Room also fucks us up a little bit if that gets up, so we want to stop that in its tracks immediately. Sacred Sword, so we can ignore any stat changes like those gosh darn acid armor Gudras that someone might be using in the last team, if you guys want to check that out. Ice Spinner, because it's good stab, and Protect because it's protect. Terror type Ghost, so I can't be faked out. That's literally the reason. Oh, also, and so I don't get fighting moved. And then we got Ellie here. Ellie the Fairy Giraffe is actually pretty darn helpful. Ideally, Ellie is the one that goes for Beat Up. Angie Boy here is kind of more of an offensive beat up option, but Ellie here is the more defensive one. We've got the screens, Reflect Light Screen with Light Clay, and Hyper Voice for stab. Armor Tail protects us from those priority moves, so for facing off against that extreme speed Dragonite, we can bring this guy in and be, or this girl in, we can bring Ellie in and be like, no. No. You thought. But no. Also, one other thing I was a little bit concerned about, which is again another reason why we have basketball here, is Basky Legion also really fucks up this team if it is in range. So basketball goes for the Rage Powder, then Angie Boy goes for the Rage Fist. It is a team full of anger. So that's the team. A paste spin is in the description. I forgot to mention it in the last one, but you guys can check that out there. And we're gonna jump into the battles right now. I tricked you. Alright everybody, we are here facing off against Ramon. I'm gonna say Ramon, it sounds nicer. We got Fluttermane, we got Ursaluna, we got Glacier, we got the gosh darn Iron Fist man, what's his name? Hands, Yowie Hands, I don't know. Mesprit, Clear Trick Room team, and the gosh darn Enamorous. So, obvious Trick Room is obvious. We're bringing Tony Chopper. I'm going to probably go for the Terra so I can avoid the fake out from Mr. Iron Hands over there. Taunt the Trick Room user. And next to that, something that would be really good, I think, would probably be Angie Boy. Or, wait a minute. I could not use my Terra, bring Ellie instead, set up my screens, go for the taunt, and then start doing some shenanigans to them. Especially if they've got the Iron Hands, that's going to be nice. And if I bring Furry Bait in the back, is Furry Bait the best one? Maybe Woofers. I think Woofers, yeah. Let's bring Woofers in the back just in case. I'll switch him in, have Ellie go for the beat up, and I think we can't use this team without using Angie Boy. Basketball would be okay, but I think really this is the plan. Good thing is that since we have Terra Ghost, gosh darn Tony Chopper, and we got the Ghost type with Annihilape, we can avoid any of those Guts Facade shenanigans, because Guts Facade hits like a truck. It's a lot of damage. Well, I guess it hits like a bear, because that's technically what it is, and I think a bear would probably hit pretty hard too. You know. Anyway, Glacier Uxie, okay. No fake out. Are you mental? Are you mental? Wait a minute. That is a really strange lead. I think I still go for the taunt. I don't think I'm able to Oko the Uxie. Although, what if I beat up on it? We're gonna go for kind of a safer play. I'm going to, just in case, I don't think this thing would be Mental Herb Uxie, but it's very possible. I'm going to set up my Reflect just so I can have a little bit more leeway there. But it really depends on if I can actually get this taunt off. There's the other play where I could have gone for just straight damage on it, like with an Ice Spinner and maybe the beat up. Oh. No Mental Herb. Okay, we're good. We're Gucci. That is special attacking Glacier? Oh, no, that was the Uxie. Okay. Oh, okay. So, this is interesting. That was weird. Okay. Anyway, I am gonna go ahead and I think just switch in Arcanine and beat up. I mean, what, you're gonna Thunderbolt and do more damage to me? I mean, the Terra ground might hurt a little bit for sure. That is a very, you know what, actually that is a strong possibility. So you know what, we are instead gonna go for Protect and set up, well, I guess I set up Reflect already. Let's set up the light screen, just to be sure, you know, just 100% sure before I do this play. All right, Uxie, Glacier protects, that's fine. Okay, so I technically could have done the play here. It's whatever. Okay, we got the light screen, we got the Reflect up. It's time. Ellie is gonna start beating up on our Wolford Dog Man, and we're gonna start going for big damage. I'm ready. Normally when I practice with this team, I actually don't often beat up the Arcanine. This is usually kind of a strange situation, but I think it's gonna work out pretty well against this specific team. I could burn the Glacier if I really want to be safe, but okay, it's withdrawing, that's fine. Iron Hands, all right, I like that. Perfect. Mystical Power. Wait, hold on, what does Mystical Power do? I actually don't remember. That is a weird one. All right, let's see. Mystical Power. I know Mystical Fire. What's Mystical Power? Oh, that's like their new signature move? 100% chance to raise... Oh! So you are a specially offensive Uxie. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm going to take that out immediately. Now, he can't fake me out. But, let's see. Do I want to go for the Terra? I mean, I don't think so, really. Yeah, I don't really see a reason to go for Terra right now. I'm going to go for that Extreme Speed, though. It should still do a ton to the Uxie. I could beat up the Uxie. I could Hyper Voice it. I think probably Hyper Voice is still going to do more damage. I'm interested to see... Okay, so it's pretty bulky. Rocky Helmet bulk. Plus the Mystical Power to go for... Okay, I see what it is. Okay. I'm trying to, like, figure out this Uxie here. Oh, and you actually are going for the Trick Room. Okay. Let's see. So how do we want to deal with that? Well, the Rocky Helmet plus the Wild Charge is actually doing quite a bit to me. Why don't I go for Willow on the Iron Hands, and I'll go for Hyper Voice again. Bear Giraffe has shown that it's the slowest one, so I might be able to KO the Uxie. I wasn't actually paying attention to how much damage I was doing. Oh, not the slowest one? Maybe it's a speed tie. Okay. Mystical Power. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I guess I probably should have Extreme Speeded then. I was thinking basically like I would be able to KO the Uxie, which unfortunately I did not. This is a little bit of an issue. How do I want to go about this next part then? Okay. Okay. I know what we're doing. Let's bring in Annihilate. Let's Protect Annihilate. One more Hyper Voice definitely has to kill now, right? I would be shocked out of my mind if one more Hyper Voice did not kill us. And you've got probably 3 turns of Trick Room left, right? Yes, 3 turns of Trick Room. I would be shocked out of my mind if this does not kill. I go for Protect. So you can't do damage to my Annihilate with your Iron Hands. Wild Charge into that. Yep, that makes sense. Annihilate is the threat. But we then Hyper Voice. Should take out that Uxie. Good. Okay. Now the question is, what else is coming out? You've got the Trick Room set up. If you bring in the Ursaluna, you're going to have to protect that turn. And you can't go for Guts Facade. Enamorous. Okay. I think this is where we Terra. Yeah, I think this is a solid Terra, Rage Fist, plus we're going to do the beat up again so that I can activate Rage Fist more. But I think I mentioned this in the team preview part where I was explaining stuff, but we're Terra Fairy plus the beat up so that we don't take as much beat up damage, and we're able to then avoid some of these other things that, you know, we would be in a little bit of trouble with. And that can activate Rage Fist enough where I probably kill an Amorous, possibly. Oh, that is very slow, Amorous. Thank goodness for Light Screen. Wild Charge, how much? More than I like, but okay. So I've gotten 2 hits in. We're gonna get 2 more hits. Beat up 1. Well, actually, 3 more hits. Beat up 2. And beat up 3. We are at 5, which an Amorous is dying. An Amorous is absolutely dying here. Rage Fist, let's go. Spooky Plate. Boom. I love it. I love it. Oh, it feels good when the gimmicks actually work. It does. It feels good in my heart. Glacier, alright. So you should have 1 more turn of Trick Room if I recall correctly. Let me just double check that. Yep. Easiest protect in my life. Easiest protect in my life. We are gonna go ahead and hit the Hyper Voice just to try to do some damage. Realistically, what, I still crash into, yeah, Annihilate. Oh, Fair Giraffe. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You expect to protect, but I don't know if there's really much you can do. You've lost your Trick Room. I KO one of you. Who's the bigger problem? Actually, I'm gonna say it's the Iron Hand specifically because my last Pokemon is Chien Pao. I do feel like Chien Pao is able to take out Glacier now that it's Terra Ground. And I will go for the Reflect just to try to set that up again. But okay, Rage Fist absolutely kills. There's no way it doesn't. We're, again, +5. We're base 250. What does that max out at? Let me see. Rage Fist. Not Rage. Rage Fist, specifically. Annihilate, Terra Blast, that might actually KO me. Max 6 hits, yeah. So it maxes out at base 300. Oh, that does not even KO me. Yeah, we got this one in the bag. I mean, there's not really anything they can do. Like I said, we got Chien Pao in the back. Yeah, we got it. Annihilate coming through with the beat up Rage Fist. Beautiful. That was... I made a few mistakes at the beginning for sure. Definitely could have done better with the Arcanine specifically. But I did really like that game. Hopefully you all enjoyed that as well. We will be back on Wednesday and also Friday. I know it was a little late last time because I forgot to push schedule on my phone. Sorry, I'm bad at doing the YouTube thing sometimes because of gosh darn ADHD, whatever. Anyway, thanks very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.